So today we'll be drawing a portrait of Mikhail, who sent me a photo in the Telegram group. I really like the photo. It's very good, with nice shadows and emotion. I start as usual with the general shapes. Today we'll have a very clear light and shadow here. The composition is pretty simple, but there's a slight turn and tilt of the head. Overall, I'll make the head a bit bigger today, to put more emphasis on it. I immediately showed the shadow side, but I forgot to keep track of the time, set 30 minutes, and go. Well, actually, here's the silhouette. Shoulders. It's somewhere around here, and let's go. Right away today. What's the mood today? Energetic, really. I want to work fast. I quickly cover it with a cold color, mix in blue, and I'll show you. I took blue, yellow, and red, and blue should dominate. It turns out to be this kind of greenish color, and with this greenish color, even though it's not exactly like that there, I cover all the shadows, creating an imprimatura for them, and do the same with the beard, painting over it. Here at the bottom, you can basically go ahead and use this red color since everything is clear there. I mix red with pink. And I cover it without giving it much thought. Next, and then the red one, while I still have it. In the shadows, in some places, in the darkest areas maybe, I cover the lips, where the eyes are a little red, I cover. Today will feature a highly maximalist portrait. Bold, sharp, beard black right away. Shadow on the hair right away. Mustache. Stripe on the t-shirt, keep it the same. Okay, here. The shoulder, this one, probably goes even further. Where's the mouth? I also find the eyes right away. In short, I just burst in suddenly. I'll take a smaller brush, like this one, and I'll do the lighter part of the face. Yellow, white, red, just a little. I'm lightening it, but not using much white. With this color, I'm covering the light and lighter sides. You can also style the hair like this. Blend it a little, add a bit more white to the cheek. This is too light, I won't make it too light for now. You need to save the lighter shades for later, so you can highlight certain areas. Otherwise, if we use the lightest shade now and move away from it, everything else will end up lighter too. Because of that, there won't be any reserve left for highlights later, so when we have reserve. In terms of tone, it means we can still make it lighter. We can change some things and really make them look like they're glowing because everything around them is darker. Right. Today I'm filming with 2 cameras. Last time I posted the process, there were way fewer views. I probably assume that's because it was filmed with just 1 camera. Most people can't finish it because they're used to quick cuts and action. So today, that's how it's going to be. Alright, look, the cool color is immediately turquoise with yellow and white. I put it on the light, on the beard, on the neck. We already have a portrait, done in 4 minutes. The background. I like the background, green, the background. It goes well with our red t-shirt, so I'll make it green. It'll be a little dirty because my brush is dirty, but basically it's clean green. It will stand out, draw attention to itself. It'll be more pop art style, but I need realism. I want it to look real. We're not joking around here. This is serious. Okay. The lower part is dark. Next, the upper part. I might make it lighter, maybe blue. I just mixed some blue and white on the same brush after wiping it a bit to make it more diluted. So now I'm pouring it on, and everything will be fine. Beautiful. Here we are, 5 minutes in. Look at these borders. I'm breaking them. We don't need them. Simple. First of all, we have no precision. And second, this way we're blending the portrait into the background. Generally do it this way, it's cool. So we have an image with you. Man, basically we can already clarify. I could take a smaller brush, but I won't, because I always say there's a very good rule. Well, basically it's a classic rule. It's natural to come up with it, that's the point. The point is that as much as possible, it's better to work with a big brush in order to capture big relationships, tonal ones. And today, just now, I had a thought. I want to work just like this, not precisely, not drawing out, but exactly bold, just like this, just throwing in spots. So over there, more yellow. Let's add more yellow. Ah, here are the eyebrows, just like this, over there. Mikhail is in the process. In the process of playing, he's looking around, seeing what's happening around him. It's not about the camera, it's not about the photo camera, Mom. What's interesting about this photo then? So we have a nose like this, an eye here, an eye here. What else? You can put an accent here, but break the shape. There's a shadow under the lip here, but it's more orange. It would be cool to learn how to comment, but at the same time, not even understand what you're commenting on. Like, your brain is switched off, but you keep commenting. I don't know if that's possible or not. At least right now, I caught myself thinking that I'm working as if I'm in the process, like in a flow, but I keep saying something. I don't even understand myself continuing. So, red, I take red, like a burgundy color. And right here, where the eyes are, bam. And here too. And here where the lips are, the corners, and maybe. So my face turned a little bit right now. I mean the eye, a little bit over here, more. Ear. Right here, I probably need to find it. It will be a little farther here than this here. Well, because the face is turned a little bit, so I need to move the nose a bit. All right. I'm making the left side greenish, taking yellow, green, well, more like turquoise, and I'll use this color. Green, no, a bit more pink. Basically, I'm looking for a complex color. Yeah, this green here is just perfect. The only thing is, it might be a bit too light. I need to darken it a little, make it a bit dirtier. Now we'll darken and dirty it up. Yeah, the colors are getting more complicated now. And my brain is already starting to shut down a bit. Like, I just can't keep up with it. You understand? Processor-wise. So I catch myself thinking that something is starting to take shape, and I immediately break it back down. We don't need that. We need a portrait, an impression. Accordingly, none of these detailed outlines or exactness. We'll definitely do them on the eyes, the lips, the nose, but we'll draw them out more softly. Only at the end, when everything is clear. Oh, something is slowly taking shape. I'll switch to football for a bit. His goes here, so I'm out of red. Let's take a lot of red and pour it in here. Let's add blue here too. It goes straight across, directed to the side. That's silly. This goes right here for us. A broad face. Just noticed. That means we take our background green color and a little bit, we narrow it down. Like this, as if it's already on top, as if there was a lot. Now we'll trim it a little too. Alright, back here I want to add something lighter, like this. Like this. Further, right here. It turns out more. Sveta, on the neck, on the left here. It's a darker color. More complex colors are starting to appear. More complex relationships. I'm starting to have paintings. So, light on the t-shirt, light on the t-shirt. Here we'll add a little bit of light. A little bit here. All right. The shoulder is more sloped here, right here. Yes. Let's restore the beard. Now our face is coming out more elongated. Check the logo, pink, cool, pink, cool. Now we'll leave it right away. I wanted to do one thing, so a beautiful pink, and started adding it everywhere. I've already talked about this more than once, that you need to be flexible in the process. We mixed one color but got another. Okay, we'll use it, but let's not forget what we wanted to do before, otherwise we'll completely forget. Alright, I already forgot. Boroda is coming here. I'll take it here, it's clean, and here. Well, why not add some red to balance it out a bit? There the face has become wider, but the top part is wider, so we need to widen the top even more. I take a light color like this and add it. That's basically what I was doing before when I was looking for pink. We add a dirty color, getting a strange light shade. Let it be. And here as well. Ear, ear, ear. Mine's above the eye like this. And here, there's no ear. Now we're slowly getting closer to the truth. Time, 13 minutes. Well, that's already quite a bit. He and I. The nose, the ear here, on the contrary, is also higher. Here it's also higher. He's gradually making progress. You're filming, brother? He's filming. With big chunks of paint. I ran out of white pretty quickly, actually. Now I'm just laying it on in chunks like this. We could have used a clean brush and worked neatly, but that's not our style. We do everything a bit messy. Those forehead wrinkles look cool. Okay, here there's a yellowish tint in the light on the chin, and here there's light, but here there's no light. Okay, I'll use a smaller brush with white paint. I stepped away from the portrait just a little, and right away I can already see some things that aren't accurate. That's cool. It's very important to switch things up a little, even for a few minutes, for a few moments. And right away you can see that here you need to do this, and here you need to do that. I made the head wider, as if it just got closer, and I wanted something bright and blue for it. Things like that. When I suddenly want something, those impulses that come out of nowhere, that's a cool thing. So you don't need to think about it for a long time. If you want something, don't say, no, not now, maybe later. No, you have to do it right away, just like in life. If you want something, it means you should do it now. Just don't look for excuses like, it's not convenient right now. If you want it, then you should do it. When it comes to intuitive things, I understand certain things like that originate from the body or mind. Okay, the green one is on and bright. Look how cool it is. I'll add a bright red to the t-shirt and maybe even to the palette knife. I just take red and pink and I throw it in. Why not? Look cool. Now there's an atmosphere. Look how bright it is. Okay, we have a slope. The slope is more or less visible. Now we'll add a few more details. It's turning out really picturesque. I like it. That's the main reason why I decided to do this challenge. First of all, you send me photos and I always have something to choose from, and I am just an ordinary person. The main problem, it works out. What should I draw? That's how it is for me. And often I think for a long time and don't start doing anything. Thanks to this approach, I solved this problem. I take action. I'm really interested in it. Obviously, you're also interested in watching and possibly getting a contract. So, look, I've already taken a small brush for the details. And look, the lips are getting lighter. The lower lip, light falls on it, but the light isn't direct sunlight, just a bit on the corner. That's where the sunlight hits, and the rest is just a regular color, light. Well, obviously, it's lighter than on the upper lip because less light falls on the upper lip because it's hidden. So, there's this kind of strange color. Look, it's here on the forehead, on the hairstyle, and there's a little bit of it under the lip. Add a bright light color here where the light hits. Even if it feels overwhelming now, it doesn't matter. All right? This is the funniest video so far. Video. So, white, yellow, red. I'm adding right here. By the way, there's a little bit of light here too. Look at the eyes, I haven't really touched them yet. I just added some spots, but you can already see something taking shape. The lower lip has a cool tone. I'll add that. The upper lip is thinner. So I take dark brown, red, basically brown greenish like this, or brown yellowish, and I add here as well. I add it to the eyes. It's kind of grayish. I made gray by mixing almost everything together on the palette. For the eye, I move it, so it goes right here. So Mikhail has blue eyes apparently, or maybe greenish. Since they're in the shadow, it's not very noticeable. That's why we do it. It's dark, I'm not interfering with it now. No, I didn't get the darkness right this time. So here, we're also highlighting the lower eyelid. I'll add some more here as well. Now I take black. Blue, and I find this color here. Even blacker and black. Here and the upper eyelid. I'm sharpening it, as they say. Oh, he's starting to look at us. Look at that. Wow. By the way, that's what's cool about painting in spots. Eventually the picture comes together. And I've already painted so many portraits in general. Well, obviously more than 100. I think I make about 100 a year, maybe 70. And every time there's this excitement when the picture starts coming together, you're like, oh, how cool. This excitement never fades because each portrait and its color combinations are unique. I think that's always the novelty, but by the way, an important point. The novelty will be there if you're not afraid to experiment. Currently, my work in this style is inevitably experimental. That is, I do a lot of things intuitively. You could call it random. Well, obviously, there's already some understanding of what would be good, but still, there's a moment when you're doing something and you just don't know. That's why I use my eye. This needs to be lower. Let's just do it. As if it's here, right here. So the top part, we cover it. It's very important not to be afraid to correct things, because that's one of the main fears people have when they're learning. Oh, I won't touch it. What if it gets worse? And that automatically makes it worse. So you're afraid it will get worse, and by being afraid, in fact, basically, by being afraid it will get worse, you make it worse. So some kind of blue one, actually. Something like, if the red one rushes here, it's brighter. Oh, the red one, by the way, is good, right here. Right here. This one is too much, kind of. Although, maybe it's not too much. So, which red one? Where else should I put it? Well, let's put it right here while we're on red. I love adding orange, always. It's bright and juicy. Let's add it to this ear. It slipped out a bit here. Let's tone it down a little. Let's add it lighter. There's some color here. The hair is strange. Oh well, that'll do. Not bad. Okay, I haven't done the beard yet. Let's make it red, brown, blue. I made his beard too big. We'll reduce the yellow here as a transition color. Darker, closer. Okay, well, oh, there are teeth. Look, I'm taking a dark color like this for the teeth. And a dark cabri color around. Well, look, that's how it turns out. That's wonderful. Well, not bad. Let's trim his beard a little, because right now he looks like a big lumberjack, and we need to make him look a bit more refined. Just a little. So that there's more resemblance. Yeah, it looks great. Hold on. Well, it's like we need to finish it up a little bit. The beauty of working like this, the time constraint means there's no time to think about whether it's right or wrong, good or bad, or what if. How? The more you think, the harder it is to work. In creativity? Exactly. To create real art, something truly alive, you actually need to think less, strange as it may seem. So, well, what? Should I add red here? It doesn't really seem present. Oh, there's some orange right here. Look, bam. I like this orange one. Let's stick it on too, whether it fits or not. By the way, this one doesn't really look good. I need to add something lighter to the ear. I've already got a month's worth of this paint here. Alright, I think we need to stop at 27 minutes. Basically, I got what I wanted here. Impressive, juicy, bright. There are some flaws here and there. I think that's actually the best part, that you can look at it. Something's not fully drawn, something's a bit off, just a little. The main thing is to convey this character, and I think right now you can really see it. I just felt like it. Sometimes that happens to me. To add Golubov. Well, that often happens to me at the end, because blue at the end is very blue, so pure, and red finishes the work really cool. That is, they lead to something even brighter, more beautiful. Well, let's mix a pink, a beautiful one right now, a lot of it. Let's add some here too, and right here. And this same pink somewhere on the face, let's add it now. I want to lighten it up. Well, anyway, right now, the more I look at it, the more it will ask me to work on it, yes, to improve it. But at some point, the life of the portrait starts to fade away. That's why. And I set myself a task for half an hour, so that there's no feeling of getting worn out at the start. I'm enjoying it. I hope you enjoyed it too. And so it will immediately inspire you to work with oil, to paint a portrait. Maybe I'll take turquoise pure, like this. So, well, that's it. I might walk around and add a bit, but the idea is clear, I think. Thank you all for watching. Wishing you creative success.